In the year 2014, a new squad of operatives was chosen by the College of Illusion. These fools promptly went on to frustrate their DM at every opportunity. Today, still working together, because really, who else would work with them? They survive as adventurers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the Second Breakfast Club.
Tony Kinney as Eddie Falzone.
Jess Owen as Adira Glow.
Michael Cole as Uorag.
Jesse Wicks as Bill Quiverlance.
Nico Rodriguez as your DM.
Welcome back to the continuing tales of A Fool's Quest.
Nah, I don't have them written up like that. Bill schmoozed while Uorag snooped in the Potter's place, and Adira and I cleaned the cafeteria. Bill told the Potters he'd join them and get our bead for him, set up a meeting for later. Uorag searched Hermai's room, then Don's, without finding much besides a note about a meeting in the library about the beads before lunch. Or after lunch, I don't remember. There was a wild magic event while we were cleaning the cafeteria, and so that was a fun food fight. And then Uorag found a super secret notebook about the Potter's bead strategy, and Hermai votes hiding the bead in the Chamber of Pots. That's probably where Don Beastly wanted to throw it in the lake, and I guess I didn't write where Gary Slaughter thought
Gary
to hide
Slaughter
it.
put it in the women's bathroom.
That's
put
right.
it in the women's bathroom.
That's right. And that's my notes.
Yeah.
We also found a bunch of treasure in the lake. I remember that. Well, Uorag did.
So, this session starts off with you all getting dinner at the cafeteria. You arrive to the cafeteria, and you find that it is there's a long line out of the cafeteria, and people are getting their food in kind of the entranceway of the cafeteria. But some of the cafeteria is being worked on right now, and you can tell there are people like townsfolk, not students of the academy, but townsfolk in the kitchen repairing. Whatever happened during the brownie fight just wrecked the kitchen, and so they are still providing food as you guys queue up for dinner, I assume.
Yeah. Wait for a tray. So, Bill, you got a meeting at the Potter's house, right?
Yep.
And Uorag, you can sneak in as a big weasel or something.
I will find a way.
And Adira and I are going to be, well, I can make us invisible before we head over. Now, as soon as I have to cast another spell, or if we do anything noticeable, the invisibility will break. But
I'll try and...
as long as we're subtle.
I was going to say, if I'm keeping the Potters busy, we have the plans, right, for how you guys are going to get down to the Chamber of Pots?
Yeah.
Something just sounds ominous about that.
I thought you said you already checked the bathroom.
Take masks.
No, that was the chamber pots.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before you get to the food?
Nah. Look over the building plans again, you know. Make sure we got it down.
Okay. Yeah.
Are there any side entrances or other ways in, or?
No, it looks like the entrance is in the basement that leads down a path to the Chamber of Pots, but it looks like there's only one way in, one way out, at least through the housing structure. There may be an exit in the Chamber of Pots later, but it kind of goes underground out to the side of the island.
Okay, when do you want to check those out?
Oh, check out the plans?
Check out the chamber.
Oh, check out the chamber? Well, Bill's got the meeting after dinner, right?
Okay, so I'll keep them distracted. You two sneaking all invisible behind me.
Cool. So we got the afternoon.
I'll make sure to make beautiful music to cover your entrance.
There's going to be a lot of underclassmen around probably in the evening, but...
take your good symbol.
All my symbols are good. It's got nothing to do with the symbol, all right?
There's a half-orc lunch lady with a hairnet, big belly. She's still a little ways away while you guys are talking, but she's like, next. And kids are coming up and grabbing trays with food on it and then walking away. As you were.
Keep moving up the line there.
We're just riveting tonight.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much planned
I think
up.
we're planned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys
I'm
get
sure
up.
we didn't account for a lot, but we're not gonna. So.
The only side thing I was thinking about is there any correlation between the dean's study getting broke into and all the events going on lately? And I wonder if maybe something's connected to the false alarm we responded to yesterday morning, whenever that was.
With the fog and everything.
Yeah. Something strange is afoot.
Something strange is afoot. Whatever that was, it affected the bells too, but I haven't asked the Potters about it. Bill, that's something to ask them about when you talk with them tonight.
I will. I will do anything I can to stall putting on that god-awful hat.
That any problems yesterday morning. Was that just yesterday morning?
No,
Yeah. Wait, wasn't that this morning?
This all this
It was
morning.
this morning.
That was all this morning.
Wow,
We're
we've had
still
a
on
busy
day
fucking
one.
day.
I haven't slept yet.
Been averaging a meal period per
Yeah.
per game night.
Now I'll go get my tray.
All right, so you step up and she shoves a tray into your hands, and you can tell on there that there are fish sticks and waffles, but there's like no syrup or butter or anything for the waffles. They're just like dry waffles,
Dry
and
waffle.
fish sticks, and it's just finger food. There's no silverware or anything, just those on a tray that she shoves into your arms.
All right.
Next.
I'm disappointed in you.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up and speak frankly with her, and I get to ask her a question. She has to answer it, and then the same goes in return. But I'm gonna ask her, what can I do to get you to give me some syrup?
Some syrup?
Yeah, I want the sweet stuff. Sweet stuff.
Do you have to make a roll for this, or does it just happen?
No, she just gets to ask me one in return, and I have to be.
Oh my god.
I've got the list right here. If you want.
No, I believe you. All right, so she takes a little jar of syrup out of out of her apron, but it's like down under her belly, she's a big old lunch lady. And she like pulls it out, and it's like in a jar. It's closed, it's sealed. And she sets it on your tray, and she says,
What are you doing later?
It's very warm.
I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't made any plans. What?
"But you did make plans." That's a lie.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I'm going to try on a hat at a ball. Would you like to come?
I'd love to, but my shift's not out till 8.
We'll try again tomorrow.
She just asked the lunch lady to the ball.
Listen,
To see if the hat looks good on him.
I really don't want to wear this hat.
Pretty sure this was your plan.
That's got nothing. It's a good plan.
He's gonna ditch us for the lunch lady.
I just wanted the syrup. It's waffles
Oh,
without
you got syrup. Yeah, you got it.
There you go. It's warm already.
Her big old belly, keeping it warm for you.
Down in the secret pocket.
I've never seen green syrup before, but it's fun.
Next.
All right, so she hands trays to Uorag and.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I don't need to eat.
You just walk right by.
I'm just carousing amongst the tables.
I'm gonna roll my fish sticks up in the waffle and put the tray back.
She gives a double serving to Adira just because.
Favorites.
I'm hot.
I'm gonna see if anybody has pizza. You gotta eat that.
Because you're made of fire. I get it. All right.
Lunch lady is on fire today.
Literally.
She's
So-
2 for 2.
Yeah, she's also a bard.
This is unfortunate.
All right, so you guys get your food. You do that. You turn in your trays. No wild magic events happen there. You do see the Potters come and get their trays of food, and the Bells come and get their trays of food. And the Bells try to, like, give you knowing glances from across the yard, but they don't come approach you or try to talk to you. They're just trying to be like, yeah, we've got this. Same team. Alliance.
It's all about spelled out in the air between us.
In illusory letters.
This was a game of poker. You'd all be fucked.
All right, so I guess we can fast forward to after dinner and
Prepare to fast forward!
Preparing to fast forward.
Fast forward!
Fast forwarding, sir.
head over to the Potter's house to try on a hat and see if you're a good fit in there.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna, like I said, as I start to get close, I'm gonna start playing a song and singing along on the cymbal, just anything to make a little bit of noise.
We gotta make a stop at our house first, so I can ritualize us into invisibility.
Oh, okay.
All right, so what does that look like?
I go into my place of power there, my little wizard lab, and just pull out a puff of smoke in a bottle and a bunch of clear quartz around the circle and stuff like that, and then wave a lace handkerchief over us, and then we turn invisible.
Okay, so you and Adira have gone invisible. Okay.
Those seem like invisibility elements. Sure.
Makes sense to me. How did you get the puff of smoke? Did you buy it that way, or did you blow smoke into there?
I'm a wizard.
Oh. That explains it.
He's a wizard.
Wizards can get puffs of smoke.
I didn't say you could
He
get it.
prestidigitated it into the bottle.
Prestidigitating.
All right, and then Uorag.
Yeah, I guess I'll go weasel mode again.
All right, so make your shapeshift roll. See how many.
9.
9. Okay, so it's
Hold 2.
plus. Yeah, hold 2.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you get 2 moves in your weasel form.
Yep.
All right, and you take off heading toward the Potters.
Yep.
All right, and then Bill, you're smashing your cymbal, letting everyone know you're arriving. And yeah, you do see a handful of students that are outside, probably people who reside in one of the lower levels of that house. And then you see the Potters come out the front door to greet you as you approach. And they're like, oh, welcome.
Hey, how are you doing? And I'm going to continue playing, and then as I'm going to put my cymbals back on, but I'm not going to tie them all the way so they still like rattle around while I'm walking. Continue making noise. I'm going to pop the other muffin out of my pocket and give it to Don.
Ooh, Don sits down right there in the grass outside the house and starts eating his muffin. Like, he is so concerned about people knocking muffins out of his hands now. He will not hesitate to sit down and eat this muffin. So he's going to eat that for a second. And Hermione kind of looks you up and down, judging you a little.
I'll
like she
flourish. Bow.
And she's like, you're sure you want to join our team? You look pretty chummy with the other one.
Have you been around Gary lately? You're not Gary. I'm sorry, Eddie.
Eddie?
Have you been around Eddie lately? The man never showers. He perpetually smells like bourbon and cigarettes. All right, I can't be associated with that.
You know that you do raise some good points. He does needs to do some self-assessment. I agree. Self-control is a
Virtue.
I kept wanting to say perk. Like, stupid game. It's a perk. Virtue, thank you.
Yeah.
Stupid word.
And on top of that, he's put some illusion spell over his office. Every time I walk in there, I turn into black and white. It's terrible.
Some old-timey jazz music starts playing. All right, go ahead and make a charisma roll to see how your deception's looking here.
It's a 6.
Okay. So she doesn't challenge you, but you get a feeling that actually, you know what? You think she's buying into it with a 6. Jesus. Yeah, you think you've tricked her.
First of all, she is. I'm charming guy.
You're very charming. Good move. All right, and then while you are doing that, Eddie and Adira, how are you guys sneaking in?
Just gonna kind of wait by the door till someone goes in or out and slip through.
Okay, yeah, a couple of the students go inside before the Potters go in with Bill, so you could try and slip through. You want to give me a stealth check? Give +2 for... So a dexterity check. And then +2 for your being invisible.
8.
9.
Okay, so 8 and 9. All right, so you both come in, but... Yeah, so I will give you guys the option. Either you make it through the door undetected, but even with the schematics and the way the stairs shift around, you don't know your way to the basement immediately. The house has moved too much on the inside. So you're gonna have to look for a different way to get to the basement. Or, as you go in, the two of you try going together and someone steps right in between you and you both bump into them.
That one.
Okay, all right. So you're both invisible even to each other. So Eddie, you begin walking through the door and I don't know how you're communicating with Adira, but it's not well because you start walking fast. Adira, you notice he's gone. A moment of like panic sets in. You're like, oh my God, and I got to catch up. And so you go to step up right behind him, and just as someone steps in to go inside, you bump into him in the back, and he bumps into Eddie in the front, and you hear this guy's like, what the hell? And he starts reaching out for you guys.
I'm gonna try to get further away out of reach. It'd be like defy danger. I think I'd defy danger by getting out of the way or acting fast.
Okay.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. All right, so what's the pull up defy danger?
I stumble, hesitate, or flinch.
Okay, so which one do I pick or do you pick this one?
You pick. You offer worst outcome, hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
Yeah, you offer the...
Okay, all right. The worst outcome would be that you both become... They cast a dispelling spell, and depending on how well they do, they may dispel your magic altogether. I'll make a roll to see if they can do that. The ugly choice, I will say that you give up your invisibility, but Adira can still remain visible with your failure, and she can sneak off to the side. Or the hard bargain, man, I would say this is a student. You can try and bargain, you can try and offer him something to persuade him. Like, he's not married to the Potters. He's got no specific reason. I mean, outside if he lives in the house, like, he's not in an alliance with them. Eventually, he's going to have his own clique. So,
will my reaction affect your decision? Because I actually made my defy danger roll.
Yeah. So you making yours means that you have no issues just getting away, which one of his choices is he can become visible and give you free access where you can leave and go to the basement. Because you know your way to the basement still. You didn't lose that.
I've got an idea. I'll become visible and I'll turn on him and I'll say, "You clumsy oaf! I'm trying to practice holding 2 spells at the same time. Do you know how hard it is with invisibility?"
He's like, "Oh, where did you come from?"
I was invisible. And then I'm going to cast Disguise Self to look like Hermai.
Ah.
I'm trying to get better at magic. Maybe you should too.
Okay.
Oh, and I got an 11 to cast it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you cast it without any issues, and I rolled a 4 for discern realities for their end. So he's like, oh, I am so sorry. This was a mistake. I am so sorry that I bumped into you.
It's fine. Just don't let me see you anymore tonight.
Okay, I'm heading to bed anyway. He starts heading towards the stairwell. But now there are other students that have seen you that were coming inside as well. So
Yeah, but now I look like her.
But now you look like her. Yep.
Now you gotta hurry the hell up.
But aren't they also walking past her to see?
No, this was inside. This all happened inside.
Oh, okay. So they're coming from. Okay, I was like very nervous.
So I'm gonna head straight for where I remember the way to the basement to be.
Okay. Yep. And Adira's ahead of you, already headed to the basement. So she gets there first, and then Uorag, what are you?
I would probably head toward the stairs.
Okay.
And see if I can recall that one stair that was friendly to me before.
Spirit of stone and wood, will you aid me to get to the chamber of pots in the basement?
Yes, I'll get you there.
You are the greatest stairs.
One step at a time.
And but I do need you either need to make a move for being stealthy to get through, or you can roll a stealth check to try and get through.
I'll use a move.
You'll use a move to guarantee it?
Yep.
Okay. So there's one of your moves. So yeah, you weasel just right through the door, right between people's feet, over to, right over the stairwell. And yeah, that stairwell will shift and take you over to this little, it's not like a full stairwell all the way down, but it goes down a few steps into like this little landing area that leads to the basement door, where you can go to the basement door. And there, Adira has already gotten there, and Eddie is showing up right behind you. So the three of you have gotten together, even though you can't see Adira. Neither of you can.
All right. Adira, you down here?
Yeah.
All right.
I know you're here. I smell bourbon and cinder.
That's part of the spell. It's not bourbon, it's meat. And then I'm gonna take a swig from my flask real quick and put it away. Let's see what we can find out. See if we can find this entrance to the Chamber of Pots.
All right. So you guys get in. You can find the basement door the door that leads you down a handful of stairs into the basement and make your way into the basement. So you do that, and while you're doing that, we'll bounce back out to Bill real quick. And
Go, Bill. Go.
somebody walks out of the house and is like, "Hermione, I thought I just whatever illusions. I can't with this place." And Hermione's like, "Go away. We're talking. It's important." And so the student leaves, and Gary's like, "All right, well, let's see if you can be a good fit for our team. Come with me."
Yes, I'm excited to see this hat. I'm sure it's all the rage.
He just wants to see if it looks cool on you, and that's how you get in.
So they take you into the house, into their study, into the library, and they've got this little crate that's set up, in this little walk area, and they're like, "You have to stand here. Everyone has to stand here when they put the hat on."
Is it a 10-gallon hat?
I'll stand by the crate, I guess.
So they bring out this hat, and they're like, "Before you see it, please close your eyes. We have to put it on, and then we're going to bring out a mirror, and then when you open your eyes and see yourself in the hat, it'll determine whether you're a good fit or not."
I'm going to take my hat off and put it somewhere and take my jacket off and cover it very protectively. Sure. That's what I'm here for, is to do this, I guess.
On your head.
We'll be right back after these messages.
In the world of Niratova, forgotten gods have made themselves known. A darkness creeps across the land, and a skeleton army has posed to push the mortals away. All that stands between them are the heroes of What the Dice, streaming weekly on all major platforms. You can also follow us at What the Dice Pod on Twitter.
And now let's get back to the fun.
So they bring out this hat, and they're like, before you see it, please close your eyes. We have to put it on, and then we're going to bring out a mirror, and then when you open your eyes and see yourself in the hat, it'll determine whether you're a good fit or not.
I'm going to take my hat off and put it somewhere and take my jacket off and cover it very protectively. Sure. That's what I'm here for, is to do this, I guess. Close my eyes.
So you close your eyes and you feel them set something on your head. It's a kind of a tight fit, and then it even tightens a little bit more as they push it down, and it kind of thumps onto your head. And then you feel two dangly things like slapping against the side of your face. You're like, all right, okay, yes. All right. And then Don says, all right, for the final step right here, and he sticks a piece of straw in your mouth.
Why? Can I open my eyes yet?
And they're like, yep, you can open your eyes. The mirror's in front of you now.
All right, I'll open my eyes.
All right, so you've got this hat on, and it's got 2 cans of beer on the left and the right hand side, and a straw that loops into your mouth from the side. And they're like, you have to drink. And they crack open one of the beers and starts pouring.
I have to drink. Chardonnay. I'll chug it. I don't have a choice, right? The straw's already in my mouth.
Yeah, the straw's already in your mouth. So you chug that one, and while you're chugging it, Don puts the other straw in your mouth and Gary cracks open the other one. And we need to get a constitution check for you to see if you can down 2 of these beers without any issues.
6.
Oh no. So you finish the first beer. Just as you're finishing the first beer, they crack open the second, and the beer starts pouring through the straw, and the straw goes in your mouth, and it goes a little bit too far, and you just spew it all back up. Like, beer flies everywhere. It shoots all over the mirror. The straws come flying out of your mouth. It gets all over Hermai. The 2 boys jump back, but Hermai gets covered in your spit and beer, and the second can of beer just starts dripping onto the ground. And Gary is like, dude, no, you can't hang with us. You can't even party.
First of all, this is beer. Kind of fucking... We go to school for free. You can invest in better drinks. Beer? Beer.
Gary's like, I don't have any money. My parents are dead.
That's where you get the money.
From the dead parents?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you get money.
No one told me I had money from my dead parents.
Well, you should go figure that out. And while you're at it, pick up some wine. All right? 'Cause this is distasteful.
You think we should put wine in the beer hat?
You should get a wine hat. It's different.
It's pointier.
I'm just going to take it off, and I'm going to make a huge scene of trying to clean everything up and just be as distracting as possible. just making a worse mess the whole time, knocking things over. I'm going to break the mirror on accident. I'll hit it with an elbow.
Yeah, so you're just stumbling all over. Honestly, you feel a little bit drunk from that really bad constitution check and downing that whole first beer. It kind of hit you really fast. And yeah, I guess we're going to bounce back over to the other 3. So you walk down to the basement, and the basement is cluttered. There are old holiday decorations, broken furniture, a desk with some rolled up maps and scrolls, wood boards with some other building material, a tool shed, like one of those standalone tool sheds, that can be moved around. That the door seems to be bent, but you can kind of see inside. There are some tools in there. And Eddie, you can sense some illusion magic on the wall.
There's no one else down here?
Nope, no one else is down there.
All right, then I'm going to drop my illusion too and not be Hermai anymore. And then I'm going to go over and, put my hand on that wall and figure out where the illusion is and dispel it.
Okay. Yep. So you put your hand on it. You figure out it's a small illusion magic on an inanimate object, so it's pretty easy for you to dispel. And you can see that there is a riddle on a hidden door. The door has one line of text. Then there are 2 parallel shelves followed by 2 more lines of text.
What do the lines of text say?
So the first line of text says, "Somebody once told me." Then there's one shelf, and then a second shelf, and then the second line of text on the bottom says, "She was looking kind of dumb." And then in parentheses, the final line of text says, "Please complete the ritual with the appropriate hand sign."
All right. You said there was some tools hanging on the wall?
There's a tool shed.
Oh, there's a tool shed. I'm going to go look in there. What's in the tool shed?
There's a saw, some nails, a chisel, a rubber mallet, a hammer slash hatchet. So it's a hammer on one side, hatchet on the other, and a paint scraper.
I'm going to grab the rubber mallet and the hammer slash hatchet.
Okay.
And go back and put the rubber mallet on that first shelf. And then I'm going to put my finger and my thumb in the shape of an L on my forehead.
Nope.
Nothing happens.
Then I'm going to turn the hatchet around and just chop the door.
Okay. The door itself is stone, so it's creating sparks.
Then I'm going to go back and get the chisel.
Okay.
Nah. I'm going to put the hatchet on the other shelf. And then put my hand back in the shape of an L.
Nope.
It still doesn't open.
It ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
What all's in this tool shed again?
What all in the shed?
Yeah,
In the basement or in the shed?
in the shed.
There's a chisel, nails, the hammer, hatchet, paint scraper, rubber mallet,
And a saw.
a saw.
The basement is full of old holiday decorations, broken furniture, a desk with rolled up maps or scrolls, wood boards and other building materials, and then the shed.
All right. I'm going to go over and unroll some of those maps. Are any of them of Ufray?
One of the maps is of
Okay.
Ufray.
I'm going to roll that back up. I'm going to go put it on the shelf where the mallet is. I'm going to put the mallet on the next shelf down, and I'm going to just drop the hatchet on the floor. And then I'm going to put my finger and my thumb in the shape of an L on my forehead.
Magic lines begin to trace a doorway around this wooden structure, this wooden wall, and the door pushes back away from you and then slides to the left, giving you access to another stairwell. This time, a stone stairwell with stone steps that lead you down further into the heart of the island, or possibly the Chamber of Pots.
Dun dun dun.
I'm going to leave the door open, but can I put the illusion back?
That the door is invisible?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put an illusion there.
Then I'm going to put the illusion back. Guys, that stairwell looks ominous.
I'll go first.
I think we need to get Bill in here.
It's in the weasel.
Yep. I guess I'll take off to go retrieve Bill.
Okay. Yeah. So you head off. You remember how to get to the library. You've been there. Mm-hmm. So I will bounce back over to Bill real quick. So Bill, you've made just an absolute mess of shit. They have at this point called in some of the younger kids to come start cleaning up your mess, and they have you sat down with a cup of tea. And they're like, look, we're sorry you can't be a part of our group. It was a good idea, but you're just not going to fit in. There's no reason to get all wild in here. Like, here, drink this tea and calm down. It's chamomile.
I'm gonna drink the tea calmly and just do the best I can to act very shaken up. And then how are you gonna get the beads? You can't get their beads without me.
There's got to be some other agreement we can come to here. And like, we would love to have you a part of the team, but the hat makes the decisions.
That's the worst hat. You're only gonna get the worst decisions.
Don Beasley says, well, I don't know about that. I didn't have a problem with the hat.
That surprises me not at all.
And then you see a small weasel with little horns coming in.
I'm just
little antlers, I should say.
Yep. It's kind of like do that prairie dog thing where I rear up and look around like a periscope.
Well, I just can't believe this. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna drop my tea. I've had enough, and I'm gonna storm out of the room. And
Gary's like, he spilled the tea too.
had enough. Don't try and follow me. I'm not coming back, and I'm gonna walk out the door.
And I'll lead him back to toward the chamber pots.
I will, as we're walking, tighten my cymbals so it's like you can't just hear where I'm going. I tighten them on so you can't hear it anymore.
All right, so you tighten them and you start making your way back through. Is there anything? I mean, you do when you get to the bottom of the stairs to leave? I mean, you don't leave. You head toward the basement. Any trickery you can do, or stealth, or anything you can do to sneak over to the basement?
Not really. I don't really have anything I can do, actually. So I'm not.
You're heading.
What's that?
Tell them you're headed to the bathroom to clean up.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop and ask like a student which way to the bathroom.
If you're on the ground floor, they were on the first. They're on the next floor up, so they're like, you have to go back to that stairwell over there. It's moving right now, though, so once it stops moving, you can take that stairwell back.
I'm just gonna flustered while he's talking. Well, you're no help, and just storm off and follow him even more the wrong direction.
Okay. Yeah.
And just periodically stop and ask students directions, and then not listen and follow him anyways, bitching the whole time.
All right.
Hoping.
So you make this bizarre scene for all these students. And finally, the weasel with antlers, Uorag, takes you over to the basement door and leads you
We're here.
right down the stairs, right down the steps into the basement. Yeah. And so you also go into the basement with all of this junk everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna sprint from here on out. I don't think we have much time. That was not a good way to get here, but at least now I could act like it was an accident.
You get caught. It's like, this isn't the bathroom.
Who built this house?
So, yeah, you all are in this narrow stairwell now. Did Eddie and Adira wait for Bill, or did you start going down the stairs?
Eddie has no idea where I am.
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
I don't know if Adira's there, but I was waiting for Bill and
just
Uorag.
hanging out.
Uorag said he took off to go get him, so I'm waiting.
invisible. I'm not. I don't want to chance it, so I'm being completely quiet.
This will not be my fault.
I'm
wanna
not
turn
going to ruin this spell.
Doesn't want to turn back to visible because Eddie's been monologuing to himself for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yes, we are down there waiting.
Uorag and Bill, you get to the stairs. You get to the wall. You go through the hidden doorway, the illusion that Eddie left there for others to see. And yeah, you come into this little dark stairwell made of stones that leads down into the earth. It's very narrow. But yeah.
Hey, Bill.
Hey.
Where's your hat? Thought you were getting a new hat.
No, it was awful. It was awful. It was full of beer. It was disgusting. Where are we going? We should hurry.
Yeah, let's go on downstairs.
I fucked up.
We get these stairs here. We got to see where they go. It's the chamber pots down there, I'm guessing, but I don't know what they might got down there. So,
All right.
probably best we all go.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Adira's here somewhere. I guess we can go then. I was gonna wait.
Probably
a little
scared the hell out of us.
Jump out of your skin. Fuck, there she is.
we're gonna need to light a torch or something, I assume, and then head down.
Yeah, there are no lights in this stairwell, so you have a little bit of light left from leaving the door open in the basement, because they had lamps in there. But looking down the stairwell, anything that's like not in straight point of view right now in this winding stairwell is black. So you'll have to do something.
Do Genasi get...
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and grab one of those lamps out the basement.
Okay. Okay.
Take it with us.
All All right, so you go get that. Give me. Either give me a defy danger roll or a stealth check, a dexterity stealth check, whichever one you want to do.
All right, I'm going to do defy danger, but what's the danger I'm defying?
The danger you're defying is there were students that saw Bill acting bizarre and came to check out that stairwell down to the basement. And so they're listening kind of to see if anyone's down there. And there is a chance that they might hear you grabbing up the lantern and moving it.
So I don't know about them, do I? I don't know. I rolled an 8, but I don't know what stat I would use for that defy danger because I'm not really aware of the danger.
I would say it's like quick thinking.
Yeah, I'd say quick thinking. Probably use your intellect.
In that case, it's a 10.
Okay, so you grab it up, but you were like tiptoeing your way across the room, and you dodged a few of the things that were on the ground. Because, like I said, this basement is trashed. It's just a hoarder episode.
Someone dropped a hatchet right in front of the doorway.
You tiptoe all around it all, and you grab the lantern, and you disappear back in through the wall with no issues.
Nice.
All right.
Very nice.
And you head down?
Down the steps.
Down the steps.
All right. So, as you head down, the steps are narrow, and so you must descend in a single file line. You have one of the lanterns that you brought with you. Who's going first?
I'm somewhere in the middle, so...
Okay.
I'll go first. I'm in...
Yeah, you had some liquid courage. You're good.
I mostly just want to be far away from the people who may be looking for me.
Fair enough.
I really don't want to have to talk my way out of this.
I'll go second and watch your back.
I'll be third.
Basically right on my shoulder, right?
No, I'm probably the size of this cocktail.
Turns into
a big weasel.
squirrel and just slides down.
Yeah, no, because of the Furbolg, I can't do anything smaller than like 40 pounds.
That's fair.
All right.
I mean, I can, but it's going to be like a larger, fat-ass
He's a
version
weird
of
mix
whatever
between
it
a
is.
corgi and a weasel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a weasel the size of a Great Dane or something.
If Eddie or Bill are leading the group, they sense illusion magic on the stairwell as they travel down. One specific stair in particular.
I believe Bill was leading the group.
Yeah, he was.
I will stop and point it out to Eddie. Hey, Eddie, you see the magic on that stair there? That might be...
Yeah. I'm going to, snap my fingers and dispel it.
Okay. So you dispel it, and the stair looks like a very obvious trap. Like, it looks like a very obvious trap. So now that you've done that and you've seen that, give me a discern reality roll.
8.
Okay, so not only do you find this fake trap that was an illusion, you see the next step right below it, as if you were to step over this one, may actually trigger a real trap.
You're despicable.
But the way the stairs are angled, you can't really...
So the one step that looked like a trap is a fake trap, though.
Yes, but it's also not like a very safe stair. It's like designed to look like a fake trap, but it's not a safe thing to step on. And the other one might spring a real trap, but there's a pretty big gap between the stairs, and so it would... I mean, you're going to either have to make some kind of athletics check to get over both of them, find a way to disarm the trap. With the 8, you figure out that there's a real trap there, but you don't know how to disarm it or what the trap will spring.
So, get this, the one that looks like a trap isn't a real trap. It's just a bad stair. The real trap's the next step.
That's very
diabolical.
Yeah, I don't like these people.
I can't tell what it does.
So is the trap
it's rigged to do
is the
something.
trap looking stair safe to step on then?
Not really. I mean, it's not a trap, but it's not a good stair.
You're gonna like fall?
Do you have anything to throw?
How far can a giant weasel jump?
So I think
Wait.
I just made you jump 4 feet.
As a giant weasel, you'd be able to jump and maybe like parkour a little bit off one of the side walls and land. It would be the landing that would be the tricky part for you. But I mean, weasels are better at landing than humans are. So
Could you ask it how to turn it off?
I could.
Somebody's smart.
So
I don't have any clever plans.
just start checking out the stairs and sniffing around.
Spirits of stone. Tell me what mechanism this is and how we can avoid danger.
okay, is there a roll with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you made
I don't
that
mind
a roll
giving you-
last time.
Right.
I don't mind giving you some for the sake of the story, but some of these things are.
Let's see. That's Thing Talker.
Dead giveaways.
Yeah. You're not getting around all my traps just by
right.
talking to the trap.
Spirit Tongue.
Gonna have to start making it out of plastic.
Yeah.
Technology really just ramped up. Tired of your shit.
Well, I guess if it just chooses to say something. There's no role associated with it. It just says that I can understand anything the spirits would say.
Okay. So this gives you the ability to understand the spirits of the stone, which is a whole bunch of. That's one big spirit that this was carved out of. So if you're going to try and get information out of it, then it would be a parlay roll.
Parlay. Okay. 6. God, we suck.
All right. So the stone says, "Whoa, man. Whoa. Look, man. I'm not about whatever's going on, all right? You guys, like, cut into me, and, like, it's kind of weird having you, like, traipse around through my innards and stuff, so I'm gonna need you to, like, calm down, my dude."
My apologies.
No problem. All right, as you were, man.
The spirits were of no help.
I'm trying to figure out how my bag of books works. I have a bag of books with 5 uses, and I think I can use it as like a bonus to a skill check or something, but I'm not sure where I read that, and I can't find it again.
I've got an axe and I can throw that.
When it contains just the right book for the subject you're spouting lore on, consult the book, mark off a use, and take +1 on your roll for spout lore.
Oh, I'm spouting lore. Okay.
But if it is a bag of books, you can also just use the weight of that if you wanted to try and spring a trap. I don't know if you want to do that with your magic item, but it is a heavy bag of books.
It is.
And Adira did ask you if you had something to chuck at it.
Yeah. I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to reach in and... You're right. Just drop it on that next step.
So you drop it, and the wall springs, and a club swings out of the wall with the intention of knocking the intruder unconscious. So it swings down and would hit someone in the head. So it does 0 damage to your books because they're tiny. You know, the bag is just on there. But if any of you were standing on that step, it would have swung out and smacked into your skull.
Okay.
You're welcome.
It's a good way to deal with traps. I'll have to remember that. All right, I'm going to retrieve my bag of books, and yeah, let's keep an eye out for more of that.
All right.
I feel like Don wouldn't survive if they had more than one trap.
Kind of a one-trick pony.
Maybe Uorag should go first. He's low enough. He's probably going to miss most of the traps anyway, right?
Unless it's a pit.
Well, keep your eye out for pits. All right, we'll continue down.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, And don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.
I'm trying to do so the stones are stoned and the board was bored.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how my bag of
Why was
books
the broom
works.
horny?
I was trying to sweep him off his feet.
Wood. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ding.
Sorry, what was that, Eddie?